Welcome fellow travelers, Modmaven here, and I'm happy to bring you a review of this paradise planet. We're in the Euclid Galaxy in a Korvax Tier 3 economy. Glyphs will be shown throughout, so if you like the vibe of this planet, you can come build a base if you like, but please do be aware of other bases in your surroundings. We'll check out the characteristics of this planet, then we'll head up and check out some of the other planets in the system, go to the space station and look at the ships and S-Class upgrades available up there. Then we'll head back here and we'll give it a vibe score. Let's get to it. Alright, check this out. We've got white grass. Well, it's kind of a yellowish white right now because of the sky. So if you are lucky enough to find a paradise planet with white grass, it's going to kind of take on the color of things around it. You can see that a little bit here in the shadows and some of these mushrooms that will kind of give off a bit of a glow. The grass will really kind of take on whatever color is around it. You see that in the blues there with those other mushrooms right there. So another way to kind of like check this grass out whenever you land on one of these planets too is you see the larger kind of tops on this grass, the kind of bulbs at the top of the grass. That also tells you that it glows at night, usually. That's not 100% accurate, but it'll usually tell you that it glows. So that's a quick way to check to see. Another way to check is to just move the sun when you go into photo mode. So here we can see awesome white glow grass. So here's a little preview. We're going to check this out later and really see all this stuff glow. And to go along with our nice white grass here, kind of changing color depending on what's around it, we have a little bit of orange water, yellow sky, and then we have a mushroom biome. As far as flora, we have these really nice mushrooms. The tops of these mushrooms are actually kind of different color. They've got some oranges and yellows and greens there. You can see in the top of that one. That goes really well with the color of the grass and everything. So all these mushrooms, as you may know from other mushroom biomes, if it glows, it's going to glow in the mushrooms as well. So we'll see that here in a little bit. But I did want to flip over here and we'll check out some of this fauna available. All right, for this one we have some fairly typical fauna. You know, they look pretty weird, but fairly typical stuff that you may see across the paradise planet as that one runs away. I did kind of want to give you a sense of scale here as we look at some of these. So little snout nose guys over here. So a little guy kind of burrowing through. So a few nice fauna here. And of course some stuff in the water as well as those kind of scuttle around over there on the hill. But what I really wanted to get to was how this looks at night. So let's flip the light switch and check out the light show. All right, we're transitioning into dark here. So we're seeing our white grass kind of change color as it gets dark and also start to glow. So check this out. This is awesome. So we've got all these mushrooms in their different colors, kind of pinkish reds and greens blinking away, some purples and white here in these other mushrooms, and of course our awesome white grass kind of in rolling waves of glow there. So of course this is why we call it Ivory Glimmer. So super nice, really beautiful at night here to build or just hang out. We have some of these star bulb clusters as well, which actually don't always show up on planets that glow, so that's pretty cool too to have those blinking in rhythm with our mushrooms overhead and down below here on the grass as well. So really beautiful look here at night. Did want to talk resources and weather here real quick in the visor. So we have starbulb, copper, paraffinium, and salt. Fairly common resources there for a paradise planet. And then over under sentinels, of course, are sparse, weather, humid. Of course, on a true paradise planet like this, we're not going to have any kind of storm, so that's great. And also sentinels, unless you go to one of those secure buildings, they're not going to mess with you either. So feel free to build and no worries. Before we head out to space to check out the rest of the system, I did kind of want to show you a bit of the topography with the flyover here. So we can see our white grass here, a bit of our orange water. So broken up with some nice rolling hills and water as we transition into sunset here. And so some of the dark gray rock rocky kind of look to some of the mountains. Really nice white grass and our mushrooms here, rolling hills, decent amount of water sprinkled around, so pretty ample opportunities for some different building options. While I would like to hang out and vibe here a while, we do need to check out the rest of the planets in this system and check out the space station too for our S-Class upgrades and ships. So let's head out and do that. See you up there. Alright, as we get a better look of our Paradise planet from out here in space, I wanted to cover some of the other planets as well. I'll put up some screenshots of these as we go, and the featured kind of planet, it's actually a moon that I wanted to talk about. It's a moon of this icebound planet here. So I'll throw up a picture of this icebound planet for you. This does have some kind of deers with some cool antlers if you want to go grab one of those. But for this one, we also have a endless morass moon. I'll put up a screenshot of this one. So this one has a lot of nice turquoise and purple with some swamp trees and so forth. There's also a really cool pineapple-y kind of bouncy creature with a bunch of eyes. They got a pretty good picture of. It has flowers on top of it and kind of jumps around. That's a fun companion if you want to go grab one of those. So to finish this one out, we also have a decaying nuclear moon right next to this icebound planet here, and then we have a corrosive planet and a temperate planet. Alright, it's time to talk ships. We made it up here to the space station. I reloaded there next to my long nose and let some ships come in here. So this would be our first wave kind of as a Explorer heads out there, and a shuttle as well. So a nice little Explorer here with some solar wings on it if you like the look of that one. So we're in a Korvax Tier 3 economy. That means this is going to have predominantly explorers like that one there. So in any system that you go to, you're going to have 21 different configurations of ships. That's going to be the things like the wings and the color, the cockpit, the kind of engine style, those sorts of things. Those are going to give you your 21 different configurations. So for this one, we're going to have 7 different explorers like that one that just headed out. And then we're going to have 3 fighters, 3 haulers. Then we're going to have 7 shuttles. Every system has 7 different shuttles. And then we're going to have 1 exotic. Yes, there is an exotic in every system. As we wait for more ships to come up to the space station here, I did want to feature a couple of the ships that I found in this system. One is a micro shuttle. I'll put up a screenshot of that here for you. Really cool little guy in blue and kind of gray. That is pretty sweet. It has hardly any wings or anything on it, and it's a cool little ship. And then on the opposite end of that extreme, actually, is this one right here that just flew in. So this kind of gull wing Explorer here, some nice kind of mint green on the front there, and then really wide wings. Really cool. So kind of a lesson in extremes here with our really tiny ship and then a really big one too. Hey, if you like highlighter yellow, there's one for you too. Nice. Okay, as we have more ships coming in and out here, I did want to talk about, hey, there's our little tiny shuttle back there that I was talking about a second ago. Let's talk S-Class upgrades. So these are available over on the left-hand side that I'm looking at here as you come in at those vendors. So for the S-Class upgrades, for the exosuit, we have a good one. I wanted to feature that for sure. So thermal protection from cold, radiation protection, life support, underwater protection, movement, and shield. Really great place to get some S-Class upgrades for your exosuit. A few there for the exocraft as well. A couple for the starship. For the multi-tool, we have scanners, scatter blaster, and pulse splitter, so not too bad there. That is a C-Class cabinet, and I will put up a screenshot here of the kind of rifle that shows up if you just kind of like come in here normally without a reload. So there's that. And then as far as things for sale, we have chlorine. So if you're doing some chlorine selling and flipping, you can do that here. And we also have tritium. So that's available on both sides, on the left and the right. And if you need that for your starship, or if you're making some frigate fuel, this is a good place to get it. Alright, I think these guys have had enough of me hanging around up here, so let's get back down to our Paradise planet and give this one a vibe score. See you down there. Alright, now it's time to give this planet a vibe score. The vibe score is a measurement, kind of a subjective measurement of kind of how it makes me feel to hang out and vibe for a while. This one's beautiful. For one thing, try to find a white grass Paradise planet. They're hard to find. So we got that going for us. Also, just with all this glowing and everything at night. It is just beautiful. During the day, we have some of that kind of golden glow as well that we kind of get where the grass kind of takes on the color of the sky a little bit. We have some orange water that's scattered throughout with some actually pretty large areas of water as well. Not a ton of fauna to really speak of. But some nice rolling hills, some little bit of mountain ranges to have some options for building. So this is pretty rare with this white grass and especially glow grass and everything. We're going to give this one an 8 out of 10. With that, I'd like to thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe to catch that vibe.